Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. "161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence."
I believe that if you get your degree, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Welcome to the Marilat Sports and Fitness Center on the campus of Adrian College as we get set for an early season MIAA contest between the three-time defending MIAA regular season conference champions, the Calvin Knights, as they are here to visit the hometown Adrian College Bulldogs. It's MIAA conference action right here on ACTV. And with that, we'll welcome you into the Marilat Sports and Fitness Center. I am Josh Mitchell, joined today by Dakota Clift. And Dakota, Adrian getting set today to face off with the best team in MIAA.
Yeah, the Bulldogs have a huge challenge coming up today. Calvin's ranked number 16. They're 9-3 on the season. It's going to be a big challenge for the Bulldogs here today. They got to step up, play good defense, and try and get their scores going early and keep that going throughout the game.
The big player to watch in this contest, the 2023 MIAA MVP of the league, Jalen Overway, number 4 playing for the Calvin Knights, one of the best players in all of MIAA, averaging 21 points a game, 6'10". Going to be a mismatch inside here this afternoon.
Yeah, the Bulldogs definitely don't have the size to counteract Overway. I think the Knights are going to live and die through Overway tonight. He's also averaging 12 rebounds a game, so crashes the boards extremely well. Bulldogs are going to have to find a way to slow him down and more or less stop him completely. Otherwise, this game's going to get out of hand early.
The player on the outside trying to feed down to Overway is number 5, Luca Ressler, the senior, averaging 5 assists per game to lead the team, 6 assists away from becoming the all-time leader in career assists at Calvin University.
Yeah, definitely going to try and get everything going early for their offense, and then hope that their defense steps up and stops the Bulldogs. Bulldogs can shoot the ball a little bit, so definitely got to get out, keep the shooters from getting open, and hope that they can limit as many scoring opportunities as possible.
Starting lineups are next. Tip-off, minutes away, right here on ACTV. as we get set for MIAA conference action on Adrian College Television.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
Welcome back to ACTV as we are set moments away from a contest between the 16th ranked team in the nation, the Calvin University Knights. They are set to take on the hometown Adrian College Bulldogs. Starting lineups being introduced now. First for the Calvin Knights, Jalen Overway, the 6'10", 250-pound redshirt junior, one of the leader of this attack for Calvin. Was the 2023 MIAA League MVP, so going to be big to watch how he plays a role in this contest, along with the rest of his squad, as well as Calvin averaging 76 points a game, but holding opponents to 64 points a game so far this campaign. For Adrian College, a little bit of changes to the starting lineup here this afternoon.
Yeah, usually it's going to be Brendan Schlink and Jaden Smiley, but tonight we have Jeremiah Dallas and Austin Barnes starting for the Bulldogs.
Austin Burns, a 6'5" freshman. We'll see how often he's asked to match up inside with Overway. You expect to see Darius Welch down low. Going to be asked to do a lot defensively if you are this Adrian College team. Adrian giving up 84 points a game to their opponents. The defense has been struggling to this point in the season.
Yeah, Bulldogs struggle to limit scoring. Usually don't double team well enough to be able to help side stop shots from going up, and that's their struggle, is keeping the inside secure. And that's something they're going to have to do extremely well tonight, with Overways being 6'10", and that's probably going to be who they live and die through tonight.
Adrian College, Calvin Knights, an MIAA rivalry back on the stage of the Marillac. Adrian College has lost the last 9 matchups against Calvin. 1 year ago, Calvin won this game 92-55, so Adrian hoping for a better result here. We are underway. Adrian College with possession to start. Seth Logan on top, gives it off to Welch. Back over to Rager. They're swinging around on top to Welch. Adrian playing from the perimeter here so far. Welch penetrates in, jumper short. Rebound back the other way by Scott for the Knights. Scott on top, gives it off to Wrestler. The senior finds inside, one of the top assist leaders, gets another one there. Dallas gives it off to Burns on the far side. Burns back out on top. Adrian continues to pass around the perimeter. Now they penetrate in. Back out to Dallas. Dallas spinning inside. Tries to throw one up. Comes up short. And it'll go Calvin's direction.
Bulldogs having a lot of movement going on early, trying to get something going inside. Trying to also get Overway to leak out. That way they have a little bit of a size advantage inside.
Wrestler will bring it over into the front. Leave it off for Winkle. Winkle drive in. Double team comes from Dallas. Back out on top. Swing it around the top of the circle to the far side. Penetrate in. Swing over on top. Jump shot not quite there. Rebound not there, but not able to keep it in. Was Rager. Goes out of bounds off of, I believe, Jeremiah Dallas. So throw in here. 20 seconds back on the shot clock for Calvin.
I believe the call was Rager's foot was on the line.
They get it into Overway. Double team comes, so Overway pass it back out on top. Moving the ball around. Now here's a three. Off the back of the rim, no, and Adrian defense continues to be good through the first couple of minutes. Dallas hands it off to Welch. Welch tries to pass it over, loses it. 3-on-1 on the break. Welch all the way down. Not able to stop him as it's a layup from Jordan Scott. He gets on the board to start the scoring here again for Calvin. Around the top to Rager. No two-man game as Rager gets in. Now it's back to Dallas. Over to Welch for three. Yes, sir! Wrestler now has it on top. Gets it inside to Overway. Gets it poked away. Not able to save it, though, is Rager. As it goes out of bounds, and Adrian will substitute.
Great ball move from the Bulldogs. Rotate the ball, get it to Welch. Welch is one of the better shooters on this team and did exactly what he was needed to there.
Far pass back over the half-court line to get it in. Down to the far side goes Scott. Lost it for a second. Teammate corrals. Now Overway inside. Tries to go up. It's poked away by Welch. Goes out of bounds off of Overway. Adrian ball.
Bulldogs doing a great job.
Welch will throw it in to Rager, who will walk it up. Both teams really taking their time so far in this contest on the offensive end. Welch penetrates inside, loses it, gets it back, loses it again off of the knee of Carson Lutz, and it'll be Calvin Knight's ball. Wrestler will take it over the half-court line. Continue to move it around the top. Broken up. Welch trying to get there. Not able to get there in time. Welch bangs into the scorer's table right in front of the courtside official. Calvin gets it in. Wrestler swinging around inside to Overway as he goes over Dallas for one and a foul.
Exactly what the Knights want to do in that situation. Had a little bit of a height disadvantage on the help side defense there with Dallas on being the one in help side. Got the pass over Barnes. Not a whole lot Dallas could do other than try.
Overway shooting 63% from the free throw line so far this season. His first attempt of the contest rolls out no. Calvin maintains a 6-3 advantage. Adrian's only points coming off the Welsh three-pointer. There's a mid-range shot that goes wide. Calvin continuing to rotate around the outside. Overway comes out on top, gets it down to the free throw line, drops it off for Wrestler. Help defense comes back to Overway for three. Yes, sir. He's only shooting 21% from beyond the arc, but he knocks one down there. Welch now gets inside, over to Burns. Yes, for three. The freshman knocks down a big one. Here's a pass inside to Overway. Foul gets called, and both teams will head to their bench for a second.
Bulldogs doing a fantastic job moving the ball. Great penetration by Welch and great awareness to look out and see Burns on the outside.
This will be our media timeout as both teams head to the bench. We'll step aside. Be right back. You're watching NCAA men's basketball right here on ACTV.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
Welcome back to the Marilat here on the campus of Adrian College. Josh Mitchell and Dakota Clift here with you for this contest between Calvin and Adrian, a matchup historically that Calvin has been pretty dominant in. They've won the last 9 matchups between these two programs. And just in the last 3 years, Calvin has won 3 consecutive regular season conference titles, and they are the undefeated reigning tournament champions as well for MIAA. Inbound pass here gets deflected away, and Adrian will take possession. Adrian, they've made 2 3-pointers to account for their 6 points so far in the contest. No luck down inside to this point. Adrian continues to pass it around the outside. Now Dallas with it. He tries to drive over, but gets called for a travel.
Yeah, a little bit of a hesitation there from Dallas. Ended up lifting his pivot foot, not something you can do, and got called a travel for it.
Swinging around, tries to get it down to Overway. He hits the floor hard. Teammates over to help him up as he pops up. Calvin making a few substitutions here. Now they're set up. Ready to throw it in. 20 seconds back on the shot clock. Gets it over into the corner. Now down low to Overway. He lets 2 defenders go by and lays it in.
Great power dribble there from Overway.
Down the other way. Driving in is Rager. Throws it out. Finding some space for a jumper that's good. Carson Lutz finds 2. Open for a 3-pointer. This one off the rim. Overway, the big body with the rebound and lays it in. Just too easy down low. He's averaging a double-double in the campaign and finds 2 more. Adrian gets down and low, tries to pass it out, gets intercepted. Winkle will take it the other way. Winkle leaves it off for Scott. A 2-man game. Overway pops out. Now over for a deep 3 off the side of the rim. Adrian with the rebound. trying to penetrate down inside, gets called for a foul. First foul on Calvin in this game.
Both teams moving the ball up and down the court with a lot of pace. Definitely something you like to see out of both teams. Although might lead to some quick attrition for both sides and might have to delve into their benches a little deeper than usual.
Pass over into the corner to Logan, one of the shooters for this Adrian team. Goes this one off inside, bouncing around. Now it goes back out to Dallas for a three-pointer off the back of the rim. Overway with another rebound as the Knights will take it down the court. Welsh out to challenge. Pass it around. Now Overway with it. A triple team comes, finds the open man, and lays it in. Logan now has it. Over to Dallas for another three. That one goes in. Adrian hanging in there by the will of the three-pointer so far. Ruckard starts going. Is it Scott who had it slipped? Able to get it back, though, as the Knights get inside, trying to get it back out on top. Contact and a foul. That one's going to go against Logan.
Bulldogs just getting caught out of position a lot early on in this game. There with Logan not being in position for the pass over. Earlier with Dallas not being the one you want on help side defense against Overway. So just got to get that figured out, get somebody that's going to be able to rotate a little bit better and play a little bit better defense.
Adrian 3 of 4 from beyond the arc so far. Aggressive defense from Burns doesn't pay off. Leads to an open look and a good on the three for Winkle. Three-pointers falling for both teams so far in the contest. Adrian trying to penetrate inside. Offensive foul as it was Caden Lepper trying to penetrate in. Not able to get there. As Adrian trying to penetrate in, Overway's subbed out of the game, getting a breather. So Adrian trying to play inside a little more while the 6'10 body's not there to defend. Out top for Logan. Jab step for an open look. In and out of, tapped out. Rebound by Schwartz. Schwartz will bring it down over to Scott. Back into the corner now. It's Calvin. Again, Overway not on the court right now, so they're going to try and find some space inside anyway. Shot no good. Lutz will bring it down for Adrian. Loses it for a second, gets it back right at the free throw line. Now he gets it out to Logan. Needing to pass around the circle here. Adrian continuing to struggle to get inside. Welch dribbles it off his foot. Calvin the other way. Takes it down inside and now back out on top. They'll throw one down here. Good defense to take it away. Adrian the other way. Welch all the way inside. Steps around. Shot no, but a foul.
Great aggression there out of Welch. Drove in, went up through the contact, tried to finish the shot, just couldn't get the ball.
Both teams will head to the bench for a second media timeout, and we'll take a break along with them. You're watching men's basketball on ACTV.
Welcome to Adrian College, where we believe in educating both the heart and the mind. With over 100 innovative academic programs and 10 cutting-edge institutes, you'll find a path that's right for you. Join our vibrant community of over 50 athletic teams and discover why we're recognized as a U.S. News & World Report Most Innovative Institution. Adrian College, where passion meets purpose. Your future starts here.
Welcome back to men's basketball here on ACTV. We'll remind you to stay connected with all of the action by following at Adrian College TV on social media. From game highlights to campus events, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment. Follow at Adrian College TV today.
Bulldogs starting to get a little bit more momentum going here, especially with overweight coming out of the game. They're able to drive a little bit more, have a little bit more confidence going into the paint. Not having that 6'10" body looming over you is definitely something that helps build confidence, especially inside. Bulldogs are going to look to capitalize on him being out of the game for a breather, try to claw back into this game a little bit and try and get something going. That way they have momentum when he comes back into the game.
Calvin, 8 of 13 from the field. Adrian just 4 of 9, so a shot discrepancy already growing for Calvin. Welch at the line, shoot the first free throws of the contest for Adrian. Welch makes the first, shooting over 75% from the line so far this season. Second free throw is also good as he draws Adrian within 5. A little bit of half-court pressure here from Adrian, trying to slow the approach of the Knights. Calvin has it in now. Extra defenders in the corner trying to box him in. Able to get it inside all the way over to the far side for an open 3. Yes, sir.
That's the downside of running a trap defense is you leave a guy open on the opposite end of the court.
Welch throws it over to Dallas. Dallas leaves it back off on top. Over to Welch. He loses it. Picks it up for a 3 and 1.
Great job by the Bulldogs moving the ball, getting bodies moving. Welch had just enough room to get the shot off. Landed, had no room to land, and just got the foul called.
Welch now 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. 2 for 2 from the free throw line as well. Make it 3 for 3. Trap coming out again from Adrian. Over to the corner, another open 3. That's back-to-back threes for Brady Ewing. Burns lets one player go by, throws one up, no, but does draw a foul. The freshman finding a little bit of success inside.
Great job with court awareness there from Lutz, and then Burns driving in. Great use of the left hand with the inside leverage.
Burns at the line. As Overweight checks back into the game for Calvin. Calvin leads this game by 6. Burns trying to make that 5. And he does just that. Freshman knocks down a pair. So Calvin going to work it down the court. Some pressure defense still by Adrian. But now into the half-court set. Tries to get it inside, but Dallas a little too aggressive reaching around.
Bulldogs just getting caught out of position. Nobody's in a good spot to guard, and they have to commit errant fouls essentially just to try and stop them from driving on them defensively, and just got to clean it up defensively. That way they can get in the offensive set.
Overway inside, strong defense by Logan, gets called for a foul. Send Overway back to the line again. Overway shooting 63% from the free throw line, 60% from the field. So he's been outstanding so far this campaign, but if there's one weakness to his game, perhaps it's at the line. So far not here this afternoon, though, as he knocks that one down. Second shot for Overway. Knocks down both. So Dallas will feed it off as Adrian will bring it up the court. Penetrate inside, let Overway go by. Burns lays it up. Good play inside for Adrian. Contact out on top by Burns, gets called for another foul. And the Knights now in the bonus. So that'll send the senior, Luca Ressler, to the line.
Burns trying to fight under the screen to get up and try and stop the ball, just a little too aggressive.
Missed the free throw though, so no damage done. Dallas will bring it down over to Logan for three. Back of the rim, no. High for the rebound, goes Overway. So will take it down the other way. Work it around on top. Out on top, swing it over to the far side. Welch with the defense. Throwing things down, Dallas goes for the steal, doesn't quite get there. Instead it swings around. Adrian able to recover on the defensive end, only 6 on the shot clock, tries to feed it inside, not able to get there. That's a stop for Adrian.
Great active defense by the Bulldogs, not letting anybody get too much of a pressure inside. Great hands there by Dallas.
Gives it off to Welch as Adrian start to work the offense here. Leave it around to the far side, foul called.
Both teams getting a little aggressive on their bounce out. Just not a whole lot that you can do there.
Logan with it on top as Adrian works it around and poke contact, looks like to the face, maybe the eye of Carson Lutz as he goes down. Grimacing as it looks like just got caught right in the side of the face. As he'll go over to the bench. So both teams will take a moment here, and we'll step aside along with them. You're watching men's D3 basketball on ACTV.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
So the officials are at the monitor checking out that last play where Carson Lutz was kind of out on the top, got poked. It appeared that he was poked in the eye. So he goes over to the bench with the trainers, checking him out as the officials discussing whether there should be anything additional added to the foul from that last play.
Yeah, just going to be checking whether it was intentional or flagrant, as they call it. Didn't look like it was. Just looked like he reached out, caught him in the eye. Didn't look like it was anything intentional, so I don't think there's going to be anything additional added to the end of that, but definitely an unfortunate break for the Bulldogs.
We can see Lutz still back behind the Adrian bench. Trainers just kind of applying, it appears to be ice of some kind to the side of his face as they continue to check him out. In the meantime, Adrian will continue to fight here as they've kind of maintained this 5 to 7 point deficit for the last 4 or 5 minutes. After the foul, because Lutz has come out of the game, Seth Logan is going to be in to take the free throws. No, scratch that. Now it's Jeremiah Dallas. So Dallas to the line to take the free throws. Off the back of the rim, up for the rebound is Overway. Back into the action here as Adrian trails by 5. Around the top. Over to the far side. Open for a moment. Pass a little late. Get in there. Now the double team comes against Overway, and they get a steal. Not able to maintain it, though. Right back to Knights. Overway inside. Puts it up and in. Overway 5 for 5 in this contest from the field. Here's one out to Dallas for 3. In and out. Drive in, layup good. That was Jordan Scott who got inside to put it up off the glass. Smiley with it on top. Gives it over to Rager. Now to Logan for 3. He knocks it down. Adrian College now 5 of 8 from beyond the arc. Wrestler, little two-man game with Overway. Now Wrestler inside. Back out to the far side. Out again beyond the arc for a 3. Off the rim, no. Dallas with the rebound. Throws it over to Logan. Back around on top. Now Rager with it over to Dallas. Dallas gets inside. Back out to Welch. Welch drive in. Double team comes. Stops. Back out to Logan for an open 3. That one's short. Dallas with a nice rebound. Puts it up. No. Dallas gets it back again. Goes down. No foul called as the Knights will take it the other way. Inside to Overway against 2 Bulldog defenders. He lays it in.
I believe there's a technical foul just called. I think it's going to be on Jaden Smiley.
The officials meeting to discuss exactly what the call is. He said it appeared to be a technical foul of some kind. Waiting to hear who it got called on. Both teams beating up on their respective ends of the court. Going to talk things over as the officials try and work out the call. In the meantime, they're going to take a media timeout as they work it out. So as they talk it over, we will step aside. You're watching men's D3 basketball on ACTV.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Welcome back to the Marilat Sports and Fitness Center. Josh Mitchell and Dakota Cliff here with you as the call has been announced by our press announcers. The great Ian Wentz lets us know that the technical foul assigned to Jalen Overway. So the star forward for the Knights getting a little chippy, a little vocal down under the basket after that last score. So it'll send Adrian with their best free throw shooter, Seth Logan, to the line. Makes the first shot. They're going to give him one more.
On top of this, the Bulldogs will get the ball back as well.
Logan makes both. He's up to 5 points. Overway leading all scorers in the game. 6 for 6 from the field. 15 points scored so far. Adrian does get possession back after the free throws. Now trailing the Knights by 6. Rager tosses over to Welch. To Rager and over to Dallas. their time as movement back behind the bench. Overway sitting down right now. Welch out on top for a three off the back of the rim. No. Aggressive going for the rebound. Not able to get it, but the Knights going to get possession as well, as it was off of Seth Logan there at the end.
Great effort out of Seth Logan. Not somebody that you usually see down there, but definitely something you want to see out of one of your leaders in the squad.
Ruckert waiting out on top. Again, Overway on the bench, taking a breather right now. Winkle swinging around to Schwartz. Gives it off to Scott. Back around the top of the circle. Swing it over for a three. Off the rim, no. Welch with the rebound. Adrian trying to cut into this deficit. Over to Logan. He fires a deep three. Off the rim, no. Back the other way and dribbles off of his foot. That was Scott, so Adrian will get another chance here.
Overway's back in for Calvin, so Bulldogs will have to go back to relying on the deep ball a little bit more.
Calvin outscoring Adrian 18-2 in the paint so far in this contest. Over to Logan. On top, works it around, gives it off to Smiley. Over to Logan for another three, off the front of the rim. Knights will head the other way. Overway back in the game with his 15 points. In, out, three, good. Wrestler knocks that one down. First points of the contest for the senior as Adrian continues to work and draws a foul. A little too aggressive trying to work through that screen if you were Ruckert.
Just got a little slappy there at the end, trying to fight through the screen. Caught the arm of Rager. Like to see the aggression there out of him, but a little too much trying to fight through the screen. Just fight through it and get back into your position.
Rager will head to the line to shoot two. Shooting 75% from the line so far this season. Knocks down the first. He'll earn the second. Adrian now 8 of 9 from the free throw line in this game. Second free throw for Rager is good. Adrian playing a little bit of trap now, trying to slow things down, coming down the court. Knights get it down, and they'll reset out on top. A little too aggressive with the reach-in, though. If you're Welch, makes contact against Wrestler, and they'll send Wrestler to the line.
Yeah, just got a little too handsy. You got to stay in your position. Let him drive against you. Don't reach up and slap like you did. Just got to play a little bit cleaner defense.
Wrestler to the line. 0 of 1 from the free throw line so far in this game. First free throw rims out, so no damage done again if you are Adrian. Going around to Welch. Welch gets around inside. Fighting inside. Doesn't get the shot to go, though. Bunch of contact, foul called. Welch a little too aggressive going for that second rebound. So slowly walk down the court here, send Ruckert to the line. One of the better free throw shooters for this Knights team, shooting 82% from the line. Knocks down the first, he'll earn the second. Makes the second. Dallas will throw it in as the lead expands out to 9 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to play here in the first half. Over to Smiley, gives it back for a jumper. That's good. That was clean from Rager. Pass into the corner, almost intercepted from Welch. Instead, it swings around to the outside for Rucker. Throws an air ball, saved back in, but right to Adrian. Dallas will throw it up ahead. Penetrates inside, back out on top for Rager. Now Rager drives all the way in, has it poked away at the top. Back the other way, 5-on-4, leaves it off, throws it into Overway. Double team comes, back out on top, tries to get into Overway. Smiley pokes it out, but the Knights will maintain possession. As timeout called, and we'll head to a break along with them. It's another media timeout as the Calvin lead holds strong at 7. Adrian doing all they can. We'll be back with more here on ACTV.
Elevate your game? At Adrian College, our athletes strive for excellence on and off the field. Get involved in over 50 student clubs and organizations where your passions meet purpose. With innovative programs and personalized learning, our academics are designed to ignite your future. Experience vibrant student life, where community and connection shape your college journey. Adrian College, where you belong. Apply today and become part of the Bulldog family.
Welcome back to the Marilat Sports and Fitness Center on the campus of Adrian College. Josh Mitchell and Dakota Clift here with you as Adrian battling with the Knights of Calvin University. Calvin has maintained a decent advantage for some time, but one of their last 9 if you are Calvin. So Adrian not doing much better. They're one of their last 4, so kind of an offensive slump for both teams at the moment. Going to see who can get that momentum back. Overway remains 6 of 6 in this contest, 15 points scored. He does have 1 technical foul, though, so a second technical is an immediate ejection. So he's going to have to keep his cool throughout the rest of this contest. Here's a mid-range jumper that rims around and out. Overway with a size mismatch rebound. That's what we were afraid of coming into this contest, Cliff. Dallas swinging around to Welch. Welch will drive all the way in. Stop. Back out on top for Smiley. Open for 3. Off the back of the rim. Overway with the rebound. Looking down the other way is Ressler. Ressler leaves it off for Schwartz. Throws it inside to Overway. Layup no, but a foul.
Doing exactly what we expect them to do, living and dying through Overway, especially when there's a size disadvantage like that for the Bulldogs. Having Jeremiah Dallas, one of your smaller guys, on Overway, definitely not something you want to see if you're a Bulldog.
Overway at the line. First one bounces out. Overway a second shot, tries to expand this out to a double-digit lead for the Knights. He'll do just that. 40-30 now our score. Adrian going to try and cut into this deficit before half. Dallas on the far side. He'll bounce around, throw it over to Welch. Welch will work it around the near side, finds an opening inside, goes for a reverse and draws the foul. Welch will head to the line, shooting 2.
Great job getting around the defender there by Welch. Drove straight in, right up through the contact. What you want to see, trying to attack inside and trying to draw fouls.
Welch did hit the floor pretty hard, trying to walk it off as he's now over to the line. Put up the shot, and good, as Adrian as a team now 10 of 11 from the line. Welch trying to make it 2 for 2. He'll do just that, cuts the lead to 8. Down the other way goes Wrestler. Wrestler gives it off to Ruckard, back to Wrestler. Wrestler swinging around, outside for Overway for a 3. He knocks it down. Overway 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. As Adrian trailing now by 11. Dallas tries to throw it over, throws it away. Down the other way to Wrestler. He'll stop, give it off to Overway. Has it poked away by Dallas. Dallas will run down the other way. He'll stop, slow things up, wait for his team to get down the court. Here's one over to Welch for 3. No, but he's fouled.
Great job by Welch with the composure there, having Overway running right out at him. Still took the shot with the hand in his face. Went through the contact after landing. Definitely what you would see, and definitely something that's going to continue to affect this game early.
Welch makes the first of what I believe is 3 free throws here. As Adrian dominating Calvin at the free throw line. That's about the only stat that is in Adrian's favor so far. Welch now made 2 as Overway will come out. Minute 50 to go here in the half. Great opportunity here for Adrian to try and cut into this deficit. Welch will do just that, as Welch doing everything he can so far. 7 for 7 from the free throw line, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc, 12, now 13 points, as he's doing all he can. As another media timeout here in this first half. Closing in on the start of the second, as Adrian College and the Calvin Knights will step aside and be right back here on ACTV. Welcome back to the Marilat Sports and Fitness Center, as Adrian College breaks out some full court pressure. They've done this a few times when Overway has come off of the court. Some moderate success with it so far. Now setting up the offense is Wrestler. Throws it down inside, double team comes. They get it back out on top for a 3. Even with his third 3 of the contest, as he's lighting it up from beyond the arc so far. That pass by Rager goes wide, goes down as a turnover, as Calvin continuing to hold on to this double-digit advantage here late in the first half. Overway going to come back onto the court. Here for the final minute 11. Toss into Overway. He gets it back out on top, swing it around. Adrian with the defense, tries to throw it into Overway, who gets fouled.
Yeah, Smiley just got beat by Overway. Didn't have position to try and stop the inbound pass there. Trying to overcompensate for the lost ground that he had.
Overway shooting 2 at the line. Makes the first. Overway, 22 points so far in the contest. Misses the second free throw. Dallas with the rebound. Take it down the court, over to the right side. Makes his move inside. Lets Overway go by him. Misses the shot, but Smiley's there for the offensive rebound. Timeout called by Bill Saul of the Calvin Knights, as they will head to the bench and we will step aside right here on ACTV.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Welcome back to the Marilat Sports and Fitness Center, where your Adrian College Bulldogs trail the Calvin University Knights. 47-37 our score. 48 seconds to go here in the first half. Josh Mitchell and Dakota Clift here with you, as Adrian has fought hard so far in this contest, but a 10-point deficit. Dallas with the defense. They'll drive all the way in. Welch meets him at the top and denies that one. Dallas will head back the other way. Tries to get inside. Nice pass to the corner for three. Off the rim, no. Welch tries to tap off a rebound. Doesn't quite get there, so it'll go the other way. Wrestler will bring it up the court. Virtually no difference between shot clock and game clock. So Wrestler's going to hold this, presumably for a final shot. Working on Welch. Passes over to the corner for three. No. Dallas with the rebound. 5 seconds left. He'll take it down the court. Tries to pass it inside. Doesn't get there. But a kicking foul called. So Adrian going to have a chance to add a couple of points here before the half. Welch sitting to tie his shoe here on the baseline, as both teams will head over to their bench areas. Officials mean to discuss something, and they're going to head to a replay. Not sure exactly what they're looking at here.
They're looking to see if there was an actually kick attempt to the ball, or if they're just going to call an out of bounds on Calvin. That is a little bit of a difference. Kick ball, you're going to get it in a different location than you would if it was just out of bounds. So that's what they're looking for, is see if there's a kick attempt at the ball, or whether or not it was just off his foot.
Officials mean to discuss that, as we have had a pretty tough game so far for both of these teams. Overway leading all scores with 22 points. Welch doing a good job, though. 14 points scored, 8 of 8 from the free throw line, as now the officials have made their decision. Head back out here with 2 seconds on the clock. Adrian gonna try to add to their total before we reach halftime. 2 seconds on the clock. Dallas gonna be the inbounder. Adrian wrapping around over to Welch. He'll get up the three. It goes short. The horn will sound and the Knights will take a 10-point lead into the locker room.
Yeah, great first half from the Knights. Overway just using his size to his advantage. Some of the Bulldogs haven't had an answer for. They're living and dying through him, using his height to his advantage, getting a bunch of rebounds for his team. Getting rebounds, helps you be able to push the ball up the court. Pushing the ball up the court results in more pressure on the opposing team's defense, and then you can wear their defense out, make them have to switch their guys out a lot more often. They're doing a great job doing that with the board advantage that they're getting, having Overway down low, and definitely something they're going to look to continue to do going into the second half.
What do you think Adrian's adjustments should be in the locker room here to try and mitigate this pressure down low?
They got to be able to stop Overway as well as rotate out on the shooters. They're getting good help side defense on Overway, but when they do, they're leaving a shooter outside open and can't get out in time to stop it. They just got to be able to rotate a little bit better, have guys get out to shooters when needed, and also stop Overway down low.
One half in the books. The Knights with a 10-point advantage. Second half coming up here from the Merrill-Atts Sports and Fitness Center. Bulldogs and Knights. Second half coming up next.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to all of our alumni and friends and people who've been involved with this college over the last year. We were going to do our holiday message from the warmth of my office, but it was such a beautiful day outside. Chilly, but it just seemed like the Christmas season look out here. And so we wanted to let all of you know that the last year has been terrific. You have been a great gift to us, from the new dome that we have on campus to a freshman class of 600 students, retention at 90%, even Giving Tuesday, which has gone through the roof over the last 10 years, has made all of this possible. And so we thank you. We wish you a happy and safe and restful holiday season. And we certainly hope to see all of you on campus in the new year. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great, great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
These students who have worked so hard to achieve what so many never achieve. This evening you join the select company of people who hold a baccalaureate degree or a master's degree. You join a privileged group of individuals, a minority of persons in this country, and an even smaller fraction from around the world who have had both the opportunity to pursue higher education and the intelligence, discipline, and determination to reach this goal. You should be very proud.
I will unquestionably miss being an Adrian College Bulldog. I will miss the pink flowers that light up the campus each spring, the dining halls that prompt exchanges of, "How's your day been?" after a long day of classes, and the sporting events that fill students with pride. I will miss the way this campus instantly feels like home each time I set foot on that Bulldog Mile.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Welcome back to the Marilat Sports and Fitness Center. Josh Mitchell and Dakota Clift here with you as Adrian and Calvin, a rivalry in basketball that goes back to 1924, reimagined here in 2026 as Calvin holds a 47-37 advantage through the first half. We remind you as well that if you're ready to explore your Adrian College future, Scholarship Day lets admitted students tour campus, meet faculty, and earn a renewable scholarship. Register now at adrian.edu/admissions/visit-campus/scholarship day. Some dates on your screen now. A few of the select dates, great opportunity for any students looking to attend Adrian College. A look at our first half stats, Dakota.
Yeah, Calvin's out shooting the Bulldogs so far, 60% from the field. Big hand there for Overway. Overway's 8 for 8 from the field. Also ties into their three-point percentage being as high as it is. He's 2 for 2 from beyond the line. Struggling a little bit from the free throw line. Bulldogs had the advantage there. Bulldogs doing great at the line, getting lots of chances at the line, and surprisingly, out-rebounding Calvin. The Bulldogs have 14 rebounds to Calvin's 9.
That stat is incorrect. Actually, Calvin is out-rebounding Adrian 17-14. It is assists that Calvin has 9 assists. So don't blame us for that one. Our good old buddy Alex Herman running the board for us. Josiah Durrell doing our camera work as we got a skeleton crew here at Adrian this afternoon as still on break. A bunch of students getting back to campus this afternoon. As Adrian and Calvin, we're moments away from starting the second half. Dakota, what are we looking to see here?
If you're the Calvin Knights, you're definitely looking to continue to bury the ball inside, live through Overway, and even if you can get them a few shots outside, definitely looking to continue to do that. The Bulldogs definitely have to tighten up on defense. Struggling a little bit there. Definitely something you want to continue to do. Tighten up defensively. Started to put a little bit more pressure on there later in the first half. Continue that here in the second half.
What do you think Adrian can do offensively? We know the stat is in the paint. Calvin outscoring Adrian 20-4 in the paint in that first half. What do you think Adrian's got to do here in the second?
I mean, they're at a size disadvantage in the paint there, so definitely not a whole lot they can do other than try and make shots work. Doing a great job shooting from beyond the line there. Definitely something that they can continue to attack is beyond the arc, and if they can get Overway to leak out a little bit defensively, then they can try and bury the ball in the paint, continue to do that, and then they have to capitalize on the opportunities they get in the paint instead of getting it in the paint, kicking it out, or not capitalizing on the shots they get.
You got to keep getting to the line, too. You're doing a great job from the free throw mark, 14 of 15 in that first half. Be good to try and get some of these Calvin players into foul trouble here in the second half.
Yeah, definitely looking to do that with Overway. Overway's already got 2 personal fouls as well as a technical. So something you want to continue to do is attack and try and get them in as much foul trouble as possible.
Moments away from starting the second half. Adrian and Calvin, a rivalry that goes back over 100 years, as Calvin, top 16 team ranked in the nation, the top team in the MIAA as well. Adrian down by 10, going to try mount a comeback here in the second half. We start off inside to Overway, lays it in for 2 to start off the scoring here in the second half. Adrian continues to swing it around on top, able to get inside momentarily, but work it out on top for Burns. He knocks down a 3.
Burns doing a great job for the Bulldogs, trying to keep them in this game as much as possible.
Quick penetration the other way by Scott, who lays it in for 2. Here's a good penetration, flying in for the block from the other side, but made contact of it well. His foot was on the line. That was Schwartz. That was a really spectacular block coming all the way from the far side to get that one.
Yeah, great hustle there by Schwartz.
Dallas throws it into Welch. Welch, the leading scorer for Adrian in that first half with 14. Over to Dallas. Swinging around the circle to Welch. He'll fire a 3. Off the rim, no. Rebound by Burns. Gives it back to Welch for a mid-range jumper. That one goes in and out, and the Knights will take it the other way. Over into the corner to Scott. Throws it down low. Able to put it up and in is Schwartz.
Bulldogs have to know where the Knights are. Nobody knew that he was there whatsoever.
Almost a collision between Adrian players on top. Instead, it goes over for a 3. That one goes short. Rebound headed the other direction. They'll stop, throw it across the circle to Schwartz. Tries to throw it in, but foul gets called away from the ball, I believe.
Yeah, it'll be on Burns. Had Overway a little tangled up. Got called for a foul.
Burns getting the start today. 6'5" freshman. He's made 2 threes so far in the contest and into double figures as well. 10 points so far. Tossed into Overway on the near side. Help defense comes, so he pitches it out to the far side for a 3. Off the front of the rim, rolls out. Adrian finds the rebound. Logan takes it the other way. Gives it off to Welch. Welch will drive in on Overway, lays it up and in. Strong drive from Overway as Adrian with some good pressure here early. Timeout called by the Knights as both teams will head to the bench. And we will step aside along with them. We'll be back with more here on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Welcome back to the Marilat Sports and Fitness Center. Josh Mitchell and Dakota Clift here with you as Adrian continues to trail by 11 against the Knights of Calvin University. Welch, good aggressive play to find 2 there before the timeout by Calvin. Gonna need to do more of that down inside.
Yeah, definitely got to attack, try and get inside, trying to get a little bit of pressure against Overway. The more pressure you can put on Overway, the more likely he is to commit fouls. The more likely he is to commit fouls, the earlier you can get him out of this game and have more of an advantage inside.
Knights back out on the court. as Adrian has kind of gone back and forth through the first half in terms of down court pressure, no down court pressure, kind of back into that kind of trap pressure here now, but Knights have done a good job getting out of it overall. Now they try and throw it in to Welch, and it's Smiley who goes over Welch's back to deflect that one. Gets called for the foul. Second foul on Smiley in this contest as Overway gets it back. Working against Smiley. Smiley pokes it away, rolling on the floor to stay on this end. And an awkward moment there. Smiley running over to try and help Welch out. Slips badly on the floor. Right where a pair of players have just gone down. Maybe a little moisture on the ground. As he slips. Appears to be all right, though.
More than a little bit. When two players land on the ground, there's going to be a lot of sweat on the floor. Definitely not something you want to run into.
Inbound comes into the far side for Winkle. Double team comes, throws it out on top to Scott, gives it over to Overway. He'll try another three. Off the rim, no. Dallas with a good rebound. Adrian will take it the other direction. Gives it over to Welch, swing it back over to Rager. Rager drives in, loses footing for a second, almost gets tapped away, saved, back over to Rager. Rager will drive in, slips on the floor, keeps the ball, tries to get it to Dallas, but he gets stolen away. Fast break all the way down over Welch for two. Dallas will take it the other way. Working around with Smiley, gets inside, back out to Smiley, gives it over to Logan. Logan inside to Smiley, lays it up and in. Calvin bring it the other way, over to Overway. Double team comes, swing it over to the near side. Resker lets one go by and knocks down the three. The senior adds three more to the total. Welch swings it around on top, gets it back, top of the arch. Thought about the shot, didn't take it. Swing around to the top, back over to Welch. Now he'll try the three, off the rim, no. Overway with the rebound, throws it ahead. Dallas goes for the steal. Didn't quite get there, and it's called for a foul.
That's Jeremiah Dallas' fourth personal so far in this game.
And immediately Dallas will get subbed out, like you said, with the four personals. Burns comes back in. Burns has played well so far in this contest. 10 points, 2 made threes.
Not sure if Burns is who I'd go to trying to limit fouls, though, as he has 3 himself.
On the far side, trying to get it into Overway. Not able to do so, and foul's called.
Foul there was called because just reached around him, hooked him, kept him from getting into a guarding position. Can't do that at all, and that's where he got caught.
Both teams will head to the bench through the timeout, so we'll step aside along with them. Calvin leads Adrian by 14. 15:46 to go here in the second half. We'll be back with more here on ACTV.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campusvisit.
Welcome back to the Merrill Sports and Fitness Center on the campus of Adrian College. Josh Mitchell and Dakota Clift here with you as Dakota, this has been a bumpy start to the first half for Adrian, trying to get things turned around here before this game gets out of hand.
Yeah, Bulldogs definitely have to get something going and then build off of that. Can't get too far behind. Already in a big deficit here. Got to chip away, point by point, trying to get back into this. Try and get in within a 1 or 2 possession game going into the late parts of the second half. That way, when it comes crunch time, you're a lot closer than you are now.
Bring it down the court over to Rager. Now Burns gives it off to Welch. Welch trying to back inside. Works around. Now they swing it back out on top. Trying to penetrate and loses it for a second. Gets it back. Gives it to Burns. Back over to Welch on top. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Almost loses it. Gets it back. Throws it over to Smiley. Smiley drives inside with 2 on the shot clock. Misses the shot short. And the Knights will take possession.
Kind of a forced shot there from Smiley. Not somebody you want to shoot the ball from outside. Had to drive in. Got a little bit more pressure than he would have had if he took the shot outside, resulting in an errant shot.
Ressler will bring it up, gives it off to Swartz. Back around to Winkle, now to Overway. He feeds it back out on top. Swinging around the circle, air ball on the 3. Almost gets tapped out of bounds. Burns grabs it, throws it over to Logan. Logan brings it down the court, gives it off to Rager, over to Welch. Welch spins inside, steps back, throws it over to Burns. Burns gets pressured, loses it. On the ground, collected by Overway, gives it over to Ruckert. Ruckert will bring it down the court. Go over to Winkle. Winkle over to Ressler. Back to Winkle. Calvin taking their time. Now they throw it in. Double team there, but a little too aggressive.
Bulldogs getting into foul trouble early. They have a couple guys with 3 fouls, and they have Dallas with 4. So got to clean it up defensively. Can't keep committing fouls, especially with 14 minutes left to go here in the second half.
Already 4 personals against Adrian. Welch switches on the defense. Help side defense pokes it out. Adrian with a steal. Take it down the court. Throw it around in the corner for Burns. Lets defender go by. Takes the mid-range jumper. That one comes up short. Ressler will feed it ahead down the court. Ruckert has it inside to Overway. Welch over to challenge him. Goes right over the top for 2. Rager will bring it down the court. He'll drive over into the paint. Back out on top for Smiley. Smiley throws it over to Burns. Burns gets inside, tries to pass it over, gets intercepted by Ruckert. Ruckert will take it down the court all the way through for 2 and 1. That'll be Burns' 4th personal.
Burns just stayed there and let him drive in front of him. Instead of trying to step out of the way, give him an easier basket there. Don't take the foul. That was a little unnecessary. Now you have 2 guys with 4 fouls, both of them being starters in tonight's game.
Ruckert makes the free throw as well. Adrian makes the substitution. Burns will come off, and Noah Van Lanningham will come on. First action that he has seen here this afternoon. Over to Smiley. Rager gets it back, penetrates inside, spins around, puts up a shot. That's good. Overway not in the game right now. Gives a little bit of opening inside. Rager able to make that jumper work. Aggressive defense on the other side. Turns into a steal. Throws it up ahead to Smiley, who lays it in. Defense to offense for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, great job there on the transition.
Scott walks it up down in front. Brings it over, working around the top. Back over to Scott. Scott throws it across. Bounces out of a Knight's hands, but gets it back. Ruckert penetrates in, throws it out wide for three. Yes, sir. Brady Ewing has been a sniper from downtown in this contest. 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. Inside again, nice shot from Rager as he finds some more points in the paint. Timeout called by Adrian. So Adrian College, they put a couple points on the board, but still trail by 16 against the Calvin Knights. We'll step aside and be right back with more here on ACTV.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Welcome back to the Merrilat as Adrian College continues to trail the Calvin University Knights. Score of 66-50. Josh Mitchell and Dakota Clift here with you in the booth as this MIAA conference rivalry continuing to go the way of Calvin. They've won the last 9 matchups against these Bulldogs. Going to try and make it 10 in a row here this afternoon, and looking good so far.
Yeah, Bulldogs struggling to get anything going here offensively, especially with the presence of Overmeyer down low. Can't get anything to go over him, and just not anything that they can do to stop it, and Overway is just there all the time. Bulldogs don't have anybody with the height to go against him, and when they do double team him, he gets the ball, passes it out to the open man in the corner.
Overway is going to remain on the bench here as we return from the timeout. Adrian setting up to continue some of this full court pressure that they've kind of had off and on throughout the contest. Knights have done a good job getting out of it every time Adrian's tried it, though. Scott now with it, here close. It's there on top. A little bit too aggressive there for Caden Lepper as reaches in, draws a foul. His first personal. As Adrian coach Tim Krasner kind of putting in a little bit of his depth out on the court right now. Partly because of all the foul trouble, 2 players with 4 fouls. Calvin works it around on top. Penetrates inside. Now they swing it around to the far side. Continuing to just work it around. Now they ditch it into the corner. Slips and falls. Whistle called. It'll be Adrian's ball.
Looked like Scott found a little bit of a wet spot on the floor and slipped.
Adrian's Luke Raker will bring it down the court. Off to Smiley, back to Rager. Overway back in there now. Goes over to Smiley, top of the key. Hands it off, loses it. Now over to Scott, almost travels, but able to get the pass off as they'll swing it around for 3. Off the front of the rim, no. Collected on the rundown is Van Lanningham. And Lanningham throws it across, back around to Van Lanningham, now to Welch. Almost loses it again, gets it back and goes out of bounds. McElwain with the strong defense to force that turnover. The Knights will retake possession. Wrestler throws it in to Scott. Scott work around, almost falls out of bounds, but they maintain the possession. Getting to work it around. Now Overway on top. Gives it off to McElwain. His mid-range jumper is good. Van Landingham will bring it down the court. Run around on top. Over to Rager. Rager jumps around inside. Throws it back out to Smiley. Smiley back to Van Landingham. Van Landingham jumps around inside. Almost throws it away. Collected by Rager. 9, now 8 on the shot clock. Smiley with the screen. Rager draws a foul. Scott a little too aggressive coming out on that one. He'll pick up his third personal.
Great job using the screen as a ruse there. Make him think you're going to go left and then go right, and then he has to readjust, try and get out to stop you, and just can't get his hand out there.
Nice to see Carson Lutz back on the court. Took a hand to the eye in the first half, but back out there now. Has it momentarily. Throws it over now to Lutz. Back around the circle for Rager for 3. Off the back of the rim. Van Landingham had it for a second. It's poked out of his hands, but Van Landingham, or the Knights, able to maintain possession. Throw into Overway. As Wrestler will bring it up. Around on top, gets it inside to Overway. Spin, loses it. Over to Burns. Burns out there with the 4 fouls. Throw it over to Welch. He'll try a 3. Yes, and 1. A second chance at a 4-point play in this contest for Darius Welch.
Welch is doing everything he can, getting fouled, going to the line, doing everything he can to capitalize on the opportunities he has. Doing a great job so far.
Welch 8 of 8 from the free throw line. Gonna get one more here. Adrian is 14 of 15 as a team. This is their first free throw of the second half. Welch knocks it down. He remains perfect 9 for 9 so far from the line. Adrian continuing this kind of trap defense through the midcourt. Overway gets it momentarily as now into the half court. Over to the far side. They'll try a 3. They'll knock it down. Winkle knocks down the 3, his second of the contest. 10th made 3 of the game for the Knights. Burns has on top. Gives it over to Logan. Swinging around to Burns inside. Throws it back out to Rager. Rager penetrates in, throws one up, bounces off the rim. Go the other way. McElwain throw it over now inside to Overway. He loses it out of bounds. It'll stay on this end. Wrestler set to throw it in. Gets it to Winkle. Over to McElwain. Swinging around the circle. Now inside to Overway. His shot up. No. But whistle blows, and that'll be a goaltending on Darius Welch. Got there a little late. Add 2 more to the totals for Overway. He is closing in on a 30-point game.
Goaltending is not something you see a whole lot, but he got on the way down and just a little late getting there trying to block it.
Rager has it on top. Little pick and roll action. Tries to throw it inside, loses it on the pass. Alvin will rotate the other way. Drive down baseline, goes up and throws it down. Schwartz with the dunk. Adrian will penetrate the other way quickly. Rager down the baseline. He tries to throw it over. Almost deflected. Rager inside, throws up, got it, and one for Logan.
Great job in transition, getting the ball up the court. Got Schwartz in the corner, and Schwartz was not even thinking about shooting, took it and put it right on top of Burns' head.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. You're watching men's college basketball on ACTV.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
Welcome back to the Maryland Sports and Fitness Center. Josh Mitchell, Dakota Clift here with you as Adrian College continues to trail. Now a 19-point deficit as the Knights continue to expand their advantage. For Calvin, this has been a really solid game for them, especially beyond the arc. They're shooting 10 of 21. 47% from beyond the three-point line.
Yeah, also playing a pretty solid game defensively as well, limiting the Bulldogs to 56 points. Still a tough feat, regardless of the team at any level.
Overway's led the way for the Knights. 28 points scored, 8 rebounds as well. 3 assists, doing everything down low for Calvin. Logan gonna try for the three-point play as he is at the line. Officials trying to work things out here, talking to the Calvin players as they line up for the free throw. Now they do. Logan makes that one as Adrian back to this full court press. Welch almost with the steal. Instead it goes to Overway. He spins, lays it up off the back of the rim. No, not able to get the rebound though, so it'll stay on this end.
Overway a little upset with himself there. Missed a wide open bunny. Something you usually don't do. Gotta have that in every level.
Welch pokes that one away, almost runs it down too. Instead it'll be a throw in this time from the side rather than down on the baseline. Throw it all the way across the court over to Ruckert. Continue to swing it around. Now Winkle throws it down low to Ruckert. He'll walk it back out on top. Gets by Welch momentarily, stops, no look pass over to Overway, lays it in for his 30th point of the game. Welch will try and answer with a three. Round the rim and out. Rebound on the floor. Stay on this end.
Bulldogs trying to get anything going whatsoever, just struggling offensively. Got to get something going here to try and claw back into this game.
Into Rager. Take it back over by the Bulldog logo. Over to Welch. Work it around. Back to Rager. The girl penetrate down the right side. Gets inside. Throws it up off the glass. No. Ruckert will take it the other way. Adrian continuing to struggle down in the painted area. Winkle will throw it over to Overway. He'll try another three. Off the rim, no. Long rebound collected by Rager. He'll throw it over to Dallas. Dallas gets by Overway, throws it back to Rager for three. Yes, sir. Rager with the three. As Adrian trying to work their way back into this one. Foul called down low on the spinning attempt by Schwartz. Schwartz will head to the line for a pair of free throws. First free throw attempts of the contest for him. He'll knock down the first. Schwartz leads the team in three-point attempts, has yet to make one here tonight. 0 of 3 from beyond the arc. 55 attempts from beyond the arc so far this season. Makes the second. There'll be a timeout. This one called by Adrian. They'll head to the bench, talk things over. As they do, we will step aside. And we'll be back with more here on ACTV.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Welcome back to the Marilat Sports and Fitness Center on the campus of Adrian College. Josh Mitchell and Dakota Clift here with you in the booth as Adrian trailing by 19 here in this contest. Lock it down here as Adrian will at least try and cut into this deficit here in the last 6 minutes. Logan has it poked away momentarily, gets it back. He'll drive down the right side, step back mid-range jumper off the back of the rim, no. Knights will take it the other way. Stop out on top, throw it over to Ewing, who has 4 made threes in this contest. Give it off to Winkle, who gets all the way inside. Welch with a good block. Adrian will take it the other direction. Tried to poke it away from behind. No. Logan tries a 3 off the side of the rim. Collected by Ressner, who will take it down over the half-court line. Welch comes out a little too aggressive there. Gets called for his third personal.
Yeah, Welch hoping to get to that ball before it got over there. Just a little late getting there and gave him a little bit of a bump.
Winkle will head to the line. His first free throw attempts of the contest. He'll make the first. Expanded out to now a 20-point advantage for the Calvin Knights. The top team in the MIAA, ranked 16th in the nation. Looking like it so far here this afternoon. Dallas will bring it down the other way. Pass around on top. Dallas ends up with it. He'll drive all the way in as it poked away, but a foul.
Knights bench a little upset over that foul call.
Foul was on the floor, though, so Dallas, does not go to the line. Instead, it'll be a pass all the way out to the half-court line. Walking around there. Rager inside. Leaves it off for Lepper. Lepper moving around, now throws it back out. ends up with Rager. 5 on the shot clock. Rager drives in, spinning shot off the back of the rim. No, offensive rebound. He'll stay on this end, spinning around, shot off the front of the rim. No. Calvin finally collects the rebound as we drift under 5 minutes to play. Swing around now to Schwartz. Schwartz throw it across to Ruckert. Ruckert work it around far side, gets by Welsh momentarily. Help defense comes, corralled and deflected out of bounds. It'll be Adrian ball.
Good defense there by the Bulldogs. Board chart worked very well against Ruckert. Forced him to pass the ball. Couldn't handle the pass in the corner.
Overway back out on the court. He's got a 30-point game. 8 rebounds to go along with it here in this contest. Throw it over to the far side. Steps in for the mid-range jumper, not there. Offensive rebound will head the other direction. Away inside. His shot is pure right from the free throw line. That one looked pretty. Rager will throw it over to Welch. Welch will try a 3 off the glass. No. Rebound head the other way. Throw it up quickly down the court. Lays it in for 2. As that will take us right into our next media timeout as the lead continues to grow for the Calvin Knights. Adrian, work to do, down 25 as we near the conclusion of this one right here on ACTV.
Elevate your game? At Adrian College, our athletes strive for excellence on and off the field. Get involved in over 50 student clubs and organizations where your passions meet purpose. With innovative programs and personalized learning, our academics are designed to ignite your future. Experience vibrant student life, where community and connection shape your college journey. Adrian College, where you belong. Apply today and become part of the Bulldog family.
Welcome back to the Marilat Sports and Fitness Center. Myself, Josh Mitchell, Dakota Clift alongside. I'll remind you as well that our ACTV broadcasts are fully student-ran. The amazing Alex Herman directing things for us. Josiah Durrell, the Adrian TV streaming coordinator, running the camera, as well as the students call the shots around here, and going to continue to do so as the new semester starts this week. Everybody getting back to campus as more Adrian College television games coming up all throughout the coming months. And this basketball team now won almost soon to be 2 games into their MIAA conference schedule. Picked up the big win against Kalamazoo on Wednesday here at the Marilat. Then you host this Calvin team, one of, if not the best in all of the MIAA, and they've come in and really shown why here against Adrian.
Yeah, they're having a great game tonight against Adrian. Not a whole lot that Adrian has had to answer for any of the baskets that Calvin's put up. Just struggling to play from behind, and something we've seen from Adrian is struggling to play at home. And definitely something that they got to get figured out. If you can't play at home, you're not going to be able to win most of your games. So Bulldogs definitely have to get it figured out. Try and battle back into games that are close and capitalize on every opportunity you have, and then battle back into games where you're behind.
Just getting into the conference schedule, and like you said, you had a 5-game homestand over the last couple weeks, and you're 1-3. If this score holds, you're going to be 1-4 over that 5-game homestand. Sure, you would have liked to find a little more success there before you hit the road in MIAA action for your next 5 on the road all throughout the month of January. Officials talking things over here on the court as they go over there discussing with both coaches and at the table, trying to figure out what's going on here. As it looks like for a moment there, Rager was lining up as if he was going to take a technical foul free throw. Continuing to explain things here at the scorer's table. Yeah, Rager is over to take a free throw here. We'll await word from our press announcer, Ian Wendt, as to what's going on. Rager misses the first. They say he's going to get another. Second free throw is good. There's a flagrant foul was assigned during that break. They said it was assigned to Jordan Scott for Calvin, so that's what was going on during that delay there. So Adrian picks up a point off of the flagrant foul.
That also fouls Jordan Scott out of this contest, as that was his 5th.
Adrian will take it the other way. They'll try a 3 off the rim. No. Borchardt not lined up with that one. Passed around. Now Overway with it beyond the arc. Leaves it off down inside. Poked away on the floor. Recollected. Tries to put it up. Welch knocks it away. But it goes out of bounds off of Calvin. So Adrian will get possession.
There's another tumble of trying to help Welch up. Rager went over to help him, took a tumble himself.
There's been a couple of tumbles under that left side basket here this afternoon. Now collected as Van Lanningham. Take it over center court. Wing it around. Now Johnson will try a 3. That one bounces around and out. Collected around. Back to Van Lanningham. He dribbles around. Leaves it off for Burns. Burns has it poked out of his hand and will head the other way. Fast break opportunity for the Knights. Puts it up. Knocked away. Good trail defense there by Adrian's Dylan Gura. And Lanningham will take this one, penetrate inside, spins around for a shot, and it's good. And Lanningham adds 2. As both teams getting their second lines, some of their younger players out there for some action. The Knights will try a 3. That one's good. Quincy Winkle knocks that one down as the 3s continue to rain here for Calvin. Here's a pass that gets thrown away and out of bounds. It'll be Calvin ball.
Just a little miscommunication there from Burns. Went to cut instead of staying out for the pass.
Winkle into DeKuyper. Pass it around top of the arch. Throws one down inside for Saul. Has it knocked away. Kepler will drive in, spins around, lets the defender go by, puts it up and in, and the bench is loving that one. Van Lanningham will bring it down. Pass it over to Johnson. Johnson stops, gives it back to Van Lanningham. He'll shoot a 3. Off the rim, no. Offensive rebound collected, put up and in. Gyra able to get 2 there off the offensive rebound. He'll take it over the center line, and timeout called by Bill Sal. Just enough to make a substitution here as they'll throw it back in. 1:24 to go as the Knights hold on to this dominant 25-point advantage. Burning a little bit of clock here as working around on top. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Penetrate inside, the layup off the rim, no. Van Lanningham will take it down the court as we go under 60 seconds to play. Lanningham will get down inside, stop, throw it back over for a three. It rattles in. A couple of good plays by Gaira here late in this contest. Offensive rebound for two, and then that three-pointer there. Pass this one inside to Hegel. Hegel step around for two. Strong play inside. Van Lanningham will take this one in. Throw it over to Johnson. Back to Van Lanningham. Swing around on top. Back to Gaira. His shot off the rim, no, but he'll head to the free throw line.
Gaira creating opportunities for himself here late in this one. Trying to get it a little bit closer and make it look a little bit better on paper.
Yeah, playing to try and show why he should be on the court a little bit more, too. He's made a couple nice plays out there late in this game. It's now 23 seconds on the clock. Put up his second free throw, rims out. The Knights will collect this one. Shot clock is off as they will walk this one over the half-court line. And they can dribble this one out as the Calvin Knights will improve to 2-0 on the MIAA conference season. Final horn will sound as Adrian College falls to 1-1 in conference play. Tough matchup here this afternoon, Dakota, against a really talented Calvin team.
Yeah, Calvin's got a solid roster. Just didn't have an answer whatsoever for Overway. Overway finished with 30 points, 9 rebounds, 2 steals, and 3 assists. And that's coming out of your big guy. Not something that you want to be able to, not be able to stop. That's who they live and die through. Bulldogs didn't have a response for it, and that's essentially the lead that the Bulldogs gave up was the points that he scored. So the Bulldogs just had to find a way to stop him, just were unable to do so. So that was their big struggle, was stopping Overway, and Overway ate through them.
Bright spot for Adrian, perhaps. Darius Welch, very solid game. Puts up 20 points in the loss. 9 of 9 from the free throw line. Led the team with 3 made three-pointers.
Yeah, Welch is a great shooter for the Bulldogs. Usually pretty reliable. Welch is one of their leading scorers, also one of their older guys. He's a junior, so again, an upperclassman for the Bulldogs, somebody that the younger guys can look up to and have as a role model going into their upperclassman years. Again, same thing with Seth Logan. Seth Logan's a senior, another one of the leading scorers for the Bulldogs. So Bulldogs have a great spot, or a great leadership class going out and a great young class coming up.
For Adrian, they're going to be hitting the road coming up as they will continue their MIAA conference action. They'll head to Hope College before they make the trip out to Trine. Next home game here at the Marilat that we will have for you here on ACTV. That'll be January 21st against University of Olivet. For the Calvin Knights, they're going to continue their MIAA season as well and looking to build on last season's undefeated conference record. 2-0 for them. Really looking like a very talented team.
Yeah, definitely another team that can make a good push into the playoffs. Definitely what they're looking to do is continue to make long playoff pushes, try and get through the MIAA tournament and into the NCAA tournament. That way they can make a deep playoff run with the squad that they have.
For Adrian, they'll continue to fight but they lost this one here. Final score once again, 92-68 for Dakota Cliff. I'm Josh Mitchell. Hoping you all have a great rest of your day.